I said it. I shouldn't say things like that. I didn't say it. Today we are comparing barbecue chuck to its pork equivalent. We cooked a lot of barbecue chuck, beef chuck, and the recipes are awesome and I love it so much, but I want to continue with it. It's so cool. What if we can find a piece of pork that does exactly the same? Would it be just as good? Would it be better? I guess we're gonna find out today. This is what I mean with chuck. A beautiful thick piece of chuck. And this is Australian Wagyu, high quality. And let me show you where this actually sits in the animal. Look, this is the chuck part. It sits behind the neck and just above the thick rib, and below that's the brisket. Now, if you want this out of pork, it's kind of like a different built animal. You can't compare it to, because what's called the neck here with pork is called the collar, and then behind it, the whole thing is called the bust and butt, which basically is the pork shoulder. And so we kind of have a problem, because you can't walk up to the butcher and say, hey, give me a chuck from pork. He would say like, what, dude, what are you talking about? That doesn't exist. So I had to decide either to get the bust and butt or get the collar. And I decided to get the collar because I think it looks amazing. And I got Iberico, which is the equivalent to our beautiful Wagyu. And it kind of sits like here in the neck, like to the end, because that's where the thickest part is. And if you look at the sizes of these two, well, they compare really well, especially with weight comparison. This is almost the same. Of course, I had to get two just to get to have enough. Let's get these cuts of meat rubbed up so they are ready for the barbecue and for us to find out if you can make chuck out of pork. I'm gonna make an all-purpose rub consisting of 1 part fleur de sel, sea salt, half a part ground black pepper, half a part onion powder, half a part paprika powder, and a 1/4 part of garlic powder. And now you have an all-purpose barbecue rub that you can use on your beef, on your pork, and even on your chicken. We're gonna make sure that our pork and beef is well coated with this beautiful rub, and it's gonna taste amazing. Oh yeah, these puppies are ready for the smoker. We're also gonna need a spray, which consists of half a cup of whiskey, a cup of coffee. Oh man, I'm always such a sloppy coffee drinker. The juice of 1 lime, a teaspoon of hot sauce, and a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. By now you know that the spray is gonna be so good on this meat. I'm going to set the spray aside for now, because first I need to fire up the barbecue. Barbecue is up to temperature and we're running at around 120 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna put a beautiful chuck on. Look at that, man. This is gonna be so good. This is tested and proven, but here is the competitor. Now we're gonna find out if this is just as good or maybe even better. Got a grill loaded up, and now we'll put in our thermometer. Make sure you got it in the center. And I'm gonna load up all 3 of them so I know exactly what's going on. Close the lid and let time do its job. Wow, look at the meat. It looks absolutely fantastic. Now that they've picked up enough smoke color, we need to spray it. Keep on spraying the meat every time it turns dry on the outside, until you hit a core temperature of around 88 degrees Celsius. Then stop spraying and wait for it to fully cook. Now the 2 cuts of meat are starting to show their differences, because the pork is running up in temperature and it's already at 84 degrees Celsius core temperature, but the chuck actually is running at a temperature of around 71 degrees, so it's 10 degrees behind. And I wanted to check with my other thermometer and just see what it feels like, how it's doing, and I actually noticed that it feels a lot drier, so there's not as much juiciness as there is in the pork. This is like super tender, super soft. So I'm afraid the chuck from the beef, from the actual Wagyu beef, is going to be a lot drier than the pork. And I have a plan. I'm going to wrap all of it up and then continue to cook until we reach the final temperature. What a result! Both look absolutely fantastic. Nice smoke ring, nice amount of color on the outside. The pork does look a lot juicier, and even it almost looks like we cooked it further, but that's not true. We cooked it all the way to 92 degrees Celsius core temperature, and we did the same with beef, and once it was done, we rested it. But I really have the feeling like the beef is like not just, it's not that juicy as the pork, but I do like the way the beef looks. The chuck, it never fails us. Oh, it never fails.
That's some good chuck. Oh man, that fat, good rub, unbelievable.
It tastes like brisket, but better. I said it. I shouldn't say things like that. I didn't say it. It never happened.
I'm really excited for the real star here. And the whole time cooking, I was looking at the pork chuck and I was thinking, man, that looks beautiful.
The big question is, will it turn out the same? Well, it definitely has a nice smoke ring. It definitely looks as juicy. There we go.
That's so soft and tender.
Chuck, pork, chuck.
I'm not sure if it's really scientific.
Dude, the dog has a nose that can sniff things we cannot even sniff. What do you want? You want the pork? You like the pork better? She's like a sucker for anything. But I do believe the chuck gets a little bit of points. A little bit more than the pork. And for me, it goes the same way. I absolutely love this pork. It tastes freaking amazing. It's really, really good. But beef, it just has something that pork doesn't have. It has that like, you know what I mean? And the pork's just like lighter in flavor. It doesn't have that, It's not sexy. It's not sexy in your mouth. It doesn't have the pop. That's the right way to describe it. It doesn't have that pop, that flavor pop.
I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Why am I coming back to the beef? I'm a pork lover.
Morrison, this is a problem. You and me, we are big Iberico fans.
Yeah.
We want it to be better.
Yeah.
We need it to be better.
Yeah.
The price is lower. The meat is juicier.
Yeah.
It's more tender.
It looks more beautiful.
It looks better on camera, but it's not the same. It's the chuck. The chuck wins.
I still enjoy it though.
It's good.
I mean, I keep on looking at it,
but it doesn't win. It doesn't have the flavor.
No, you know, it's kind of like that the pork is so juicy.
It's too juicy.
I really hope that after this video we were continuing with the pork and leave the chuck alone.
Yes.
Now we can't.
Let's just give the chuck a break. But we can't.
We can't give it a break.
Big thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave us a comment and a thumbs up.
And a comment down below.
That's right, but I already said that in the wrong order. Never mind. Thank you very much. Thank you patrons, thank you YouTube members. See you guys next time. Don't forget to check out our website. All the recipes and how to make this is down below.
Hope to see you guys next time.
Until then.
Eet smakelijk.
And keep on grilling.